getting used to it.
Okay, I think we're good to go. It should be working.
Awesome.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. Secretary Coburn, please proceed with roll call.
Um, Vice President Medina,
Here.
Chief of Staff Mitchell,
Here.
Treasurer um, Joyce. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, we have 3 out of 4 people who can vote, so that would give us a quorum. Approval of the minutes. Hayden sent me the minutes from last meeting. I emailed them to y'all not very long ago, I will admit. And so here they are, in case you need to read over them for just a second. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve April 21st minutes.
Carrie said motion.
Seconded.
All those in favor, please say yes or raise your hand.
Yes.
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 Okay. All those opposed? And all those abstaining. Okay, that passes. Now we're going to move on to open forum. Is anyone here for open forum? Seeing none, we're going to move on to officer reports. I'll start. For my officer report, I've been starting to hold e-board meetings with our e-board members and kind of get a grasp on the role. Today I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Philly and talked about a lot of great issues on campus. To report positively on UT SAC and how Patriot Pantry has been a very good example, I think, for the rest of UT system for our school, and elaborate and give some positive feedback about housing and how, while there was always bumps, there was definitely an improvement this year into as with the communication and with the system that we had in place. And then we discussed the splitting of the College of Education of Psychology and some announcements are going to be rolling out about that. And then we discussed our new food vendor and academic advising. And so they said that academic advising is a big priority to administration. And so they're really working on a task force for the next 2 weeks to really get a hold on that and try to make some short-term issues and find some resolution, but then also plan for the future. So that was a really good outcome of the meeting. Health professions, I believe that they are searching for a dean for the school health professions. And then for the College of Education, I believe a dean has been hired, and hopefully communication will go out to the rest of the student body about that very soon. And so then my plans for the future are to attend a couple more meetings that will help us plan for next year and, get some feedback and ensure that everyone has all their trainings done. Okay, that's all for my officer report. Moving on to Vice President Benita Sepulveda.
Oh, well, here's Vice President Medina. Thank you for that. And I think that was awesome with Dr. Philly. That's going to be a lot of insight that we'll, count on for later on. And for my report, I was not able to attend last e-board meeting, but I've been working on, brainstorming some things for midnight breakfast. I need to talk to Secretary Hayden. I forgot his name. His last name, sorry.
Okay.
Coburn. Yes. With Secretary Coburn about a couple things that I have in mind for our trainings and for the Constitution Day. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm brainstorming. I talked to Chuck Brown, which is the University Center coordinator. I kind of told him, hey, I'm going to be the vice president. I work for him, so he knows me pretty well. And just like telling him, hey, we're going to be working together and talking about some ideas that will be helpful for the setup.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Secretary Coburn.
So really all I've been doing is, I finished the meeting minutes from the last meeting, and then I've been looking in on the Instagram every day to see what's happening. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Thank you. Treasurer Dorsey is not here, so Chief of Staff Mitchell.
Yes, as I mentioned last time in the meeting, I'm still working on my amendments and getting everything ready, especially from the feedback from the last meeting. So I'm removing some of those amendments that I'm going to be creating, but I believe either this week or the week after, I will be able to give those and share those to y'all. Like I told you, Hayden, earlier, I just got done with my statistics class, so I am getting a little bit freed up with time, but I've been very limited on time so far. But like I said, it should be better in the future. But I'm getting these amendments ready, and also I'm planning to go talk to the admissions team so we can get some more support in getting SGA's name out there as well, because I already work in that department. So what we could do is do more not ad advertisement, but we could do some more things like, oh, we have things like SGA here. Our SGA team is pretty good, things like that. So I'm working on that, but that is all for me as of right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Moving on to old business. Does anyone have anything to add for old business? Seeing none, I entertain a motion to close old business.
Carrie
Carrie
said
said motion. Oh, seconded.
All those in favor?
yes.
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 All those opposed? And all those abstaining? Seeing a clear majority that passes, I entertain a motion to open new business.
Carrie said motion.
Seconded.
I entertain a motion to open events discussion.
Carrie said motion.
Seconded.
Okay, I'm going to start, President Burns. I put this on the agenda so that we can talk about some of our events that are happening this year. And I want to talk about a way that we can have our social to where, and our training to where our new senators that get elected in the fall are able to attend. So I know we have to have a training first, so we might have to split this in two ways, but I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and kind of get y'all's brainstorming about how we can have our training and social event with our returning senators, but also our incoming senators, because I feel like it would be kind of a bad taste to join SGA, in your first day, and then you find out that we actually just had a big social like the week before.
Okay. Yes.
I can
I'm
see where you
sorry.
So
can get out. Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to brainstorm a way because we have to have training before we have our first General Assembly. And
Mhm.
so we might have to do like a small training day and then have our first couple General Assemblies and then have an election and then have the like the big, I call it, beginning of the year, bash or something. And so I think if everyone could just be thinking of maybe a way to do that, and or if you guys think it matters to have it that way, we could have the original plan is that you have the social event for your returning senators, and we do a training, and then we do a separate training later for the newly elected senators. So I just kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on that first. What do y'all think?
I think it's a good idea. An absolutely great idea, actually. My question would be, would we have this before SGA starts, but the semester already started, or during our first General Assembly, or how would that work?
So that's the thing. We can have it whenever we want, kind of, because we can start general assemblies, the first or second or third week of school. But one thing is that if we have it the first week of school, our new senators aren't elected yet. Like the fall
Mhm.
elections haven't happened. So they wouldn't be able to attend. So if we did we can either do a small training like the first week for our returning senators and then actually have the social event like in training later, or we can just have the big social first and then do a separate training later. Secretary Coburn.
So when I first joined, the Allison did like a Zoom before our first meeting. So like we had like a few different meeting times for Zoom when we could do the training before the first meeting.
Okay. So is what you're proposing that maybe we could like do some Zooms first and then have the big event later?
Yes.
Okay.
I personally, I don't know if Zoom is. a great idea. I think
Mm.
I like the first idea you said, Hayden, about having one training for like all the senators that are already elected, kind of a social welcome back to SGA.
Hmm.
And if, basic training, not like super crazy because we're gonna have another training later. So what I'm saying is I know there's gonna be new, like brand new senators in that group. But what we can do, since we have senators that already know what's going on, is hey, we're doing this general training. So not really go into a lot of detail and make it more social to like get to know each other. And then offer that second training after special elections and all those things. And that in that training, we can invite the newcomers from the first training if they want to come, because that will be a more in-depth just training session for them.
Okay.
Mm. I put my 2 cents in there. I think that's a good idea, or either having the older senders that have already been here, kind of already, or have already been here and know the rules of SGA, do kind of a sender retreat while we do to train the new people. So meaning that like I don't know if we should keep them separated. I don't. I'm trying to see if that's a good idea or not. Because my other thought is that we could have some of the old senators help train the new senators, especially if they're in the same college. Let's say College of Education. There's a senator already in College of Education that's been here for a while. They can help train that other senator.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Sorry, go
think
ahead.
no, you're good. I was gonna say I think that's good. I think centers can get, super involved with this. I don't want to force them to,
Hmm.
have a training. I would like for the training to be all together because whenever it's all together, they get to know the new senators and they get to know the people that are already there. So they're more comfortable with that later, like on a general assembly. So I wouldn't be okay with separating them, but definitely, asking senators if they will be interested in hosting one of the trainings. I think that's a good idea.
President Burns, I have an idea where, like, when we have that training session, at first we let everyone just kind of sit wherever you want and, socialize. But then when we start the training, we have everybody sit with their fellow senators so that it would allow them to get to know each other. And we kind of give them a time to maybe discuss, hey, talk about your dean and, give them an opportunity to get to know each other and kind of start that mentorship. I think this is kind of what you're going for.
Yeah.
I agree as well.
Perfect.
So what I'm hearing is that we kind of want to do we do want to do the training together with the older and younger senators and just do it in one big training day or week, whatever we decide it is going to be. In summary, kind of.
Um, yes. So we have to train everybody every year.
Mhm.
So we kind of have to do them like together. But I think what we were trying to discuss and debate is whether we have like the social, like the part where we bring the food and have it like more as an event with just the old Senate, or we have it with your returning senators and your new senators.
Well, I think we can do, like you said, like a general one where we can have the old senators. And when it's more of a social than training, but the newcomers are welcome. But also let them know, hey, we're gonna have another training where we're already gonna be adding the people from special elections, the people that got elected and like just in the fall. And then that will be more of a, hey, this is a training. You're gonna learn everything you have to learn for SGA.
Okay, perfect.
And make it the first one as kind of a reminder of how it works because a lot of the people there already have experience rather than making it an actual training as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. Uh, Um,
I definitely agree with Andrea on that. That would be definitely a good idea, especially with the older senators already knowing what to do. It would be probably in our best interest to do the first meeting as more of a social event, and the young senators are allowed to come. I mean, if they want to come and sit in and get ahead, then they can, and then that second one be more of the informational session of what you need to do in this year, what you have to do, different things like that. That would make a lot. That would make a lot of sense.
President Burns. Yeah, the one thing about that is that the new senators aren't elected yet. So they
Okay.
really can't come sit in because they aren't, they don't we don't know who they are. Like for the first one, I guess is what I'm talking about. Is so because if we have that one before the election, we're not going to know who the new senators are
Mhm.
yet. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think that gives us some context there. Um, Vice President Medina Sulfeda, do you have anything to elaborate on planning for Constitution Day or any other events?
Not for the moment. I need to talk to Josh about the Constitution Day because I don't even know the date yet. I do know that we have a bunch of stuff for it in the office, and I kind of have an idea of what I want because I know we said earlier that we want to do it like half social, but if we're doing this social for the senators, then I'm not sure how it would work. So I'll brainstorm and I'll think about that and I will update you on the next e-board meeting.
Perfect. Does anyone else have anything to add to the events discussion?
No, I do.
Seeing none, I entertain a motion to close the discussion on events.
Very said motion.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Yes.
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 All those opposed? All those abstaining? Okay, that passes. I entertain a motion to open tabling for new patriot orientation.
Very said motion.
Second it.
I want to provide you guys the dates that I have that tabling is going to happen. Currently, right now, the dates are June 4th through 5th, June 11th to 12th, June 25th and 26th, July 9th and 10th, July 16th and 17th, and July 23rd and 24th. Um, if you guys would like, I can send up a sign up, and so you guys can let us know when you're available for us to do those tablings. And then I emailed them about signing up, so I'm waiting to hear back there.
Yes.
Okay.
All
Does anyone have any questions about tabling? Is there any resources that we need this summer that we need to purchase to make tabling a better experience?
I will say candy is always a winner when
right.
Okay,
tabling, so definitely candy. And if you want to purchase a canopy, that would be nice too.
perfect. Yeah. Do we need any new tablecloths or anything of that nature?
No, last time we tabled, we had everything of
Okay.
that sort. Oh, also, should print out some new pictures of the new Senate
Yes,
Oh
and put them in those put them in the tabling instead of putting those people that we don't know about.
yeah.
of course. And so I'll send out an email, probably sign up to the group text, and so everyone can just kind of say which ones they're available for. I know I won't be in town for the June 4th and 5th. I can be here for the June 11th, and then it's a toss up from there. So we'll see.
Okay, I know for sure I can be there for the June 4th and 5th, so I could cover that.
Okay. And then I'll send it out so Treasurer Joyce also has it.
Yes, I will get back to you on what dates I'm available for that too.
Perfect. Does anyone have any questions about tabling for orientation? Seeing none, I entertain a motion to close tabling for new Patriot orientation discussion.
There is a motion.
Second it.
Um, all those in favor?
Yes.
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 All those opposed? And all those abstaining? Perfect. Does anyone have anything else to add to new business? Seeing none, I entertain a motion to close new business.
There is that motion.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
All those opposed? And all those abstaining? And that passes. Moving on to advisor comments. Our advisor is not present, so there will be no comments. Announcements. Our next General Assembly meeting is June 22nd, so at the same time. So we'll do this again, and we can maybe do it in person. And then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Carrie said motion.
Second it.
Perfect.
Hey.
Thank you.